good one for sure. I've got a really fun show for you guys today. Cannot wait to get into this one. So let's handle this housekeeping so that we don't waste any of our precious time, because this show is stocked full of some of my very favorite things for one of my very favorite times of the year. So I have been looking forward to this show for a while, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Hi, Laurie. Dawn is here. Looks like everybody's making their way in. All right, so let's talk about all the housekeeping first, right? So, as usual, guys, I am Sara Lovecraft, and I am here for your viewing pleasure this afternoon with all of the beady goodness. That's why you're really here. It's not for me. It's for the beady goodness, and I've got you covered. So while you are watching the show today, you're going to notice on the side of your screen a little shopping bag. You can click on that shopping bag at any point, and it will pull up all of the information about everything that is in the show. So if you're in a hurry and you don't want to wait for me to do all of this and you just want to see, you can do that. You can add all of those items to your cart as well as check out all while watching the show. It's just going to make me a little bit smaller as you handle all of your business. But then once you are done with that, if you'll click on me, it makes me big again. You don't have to navigate away. Now, under normal circumstances, which would be a show where there's a tutorial and we're doing a project, that's really helpful, because if you order your items and then you wait a day or two for them to show up, you might need to be re-inspired, right? You might need to be re-inspired. So you can always come back and watch this as a video on demand if you have to navigate away. But if you don't have to navigate away, right? Or rather, if you're not doing a tutorial and you don't need to come back, either way, you can watch this as a video on demand. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's Friday afternoon. My brain's not working correctly. You know how we do here on Friday afternoons. Eventually, they're going to move me into a different time slot, because they're going to be like, you know what? Her brain just turns off. By 4 o'clock on Friday, it's done. No. What I was trying to say was, guys, if you're watching the tutorial, you can come back and watch this as a video on demand. Or for this, since this is a personal shopper show, if you don't need to be re-inspired, maybe you just need a gentle reminder. You can come back and watch this as a video on demand. That's always helpful too, right? You get through the weekend and you're like, you know what? I saw those beads that she had. I really want those. I've come up with a great idea. So you can come back, right? You can come back and see. Click on that shopping cart, though, at any point to get the information about all of the items that are in the show. And while you are here, if you will hit those heart buttons to let me know that you're loving what is going on. So if you are enjoying the show and enjoying all the items that are here, hit those heart buttons. That is the #1 way to let me know that I'm giving you what you want. And I'm always here for that, for sure. Now, if you would like to continue to share the love, if you don't mind to share this onto social media, whether you are part of a Facebook group that allows you to do that, or if you just want to share this on your own social media, it's a great way to grow this community. We have an amazing community. We're always looking to make it bigger, right? It's already better. We just want to make it bigger. There are makers out there who don't yet know about us, and the very best way to do that is by virtual word of mouth. And that is a great way to help support me and the Art Beads team here by sharing this out so that we can reach all of the other potential makers out there. All right, let's see. Is there anything else I've forgotten about? I kind of just went through the housekeeping with not my full brain power, because all of my brain is in the show and all of the amazing things that I've got going on. So forgive me if I've forgotten anything, because I'm really excited about this one, right? I'm really excited about this one. So a lot of you who know me and have been with me for a while, you know that fall is my very favorite time of year. I have made peace with summer. I have found some things about summer that I absolutely love, but fall will forever have my heart. There's nothing about fall that I don't like. Even rainy, cloudy, cold fall days, I would trade a hot summer day for that any day, especially a day like today. It's so humid and awful outside. Now, one of the things that I also love about fall, other than the beautiful weather and the crispness in the air, is the jewelry that goes along with it, and the color palettes, and all of the charms and the findings and all of the beady goodness that embodies fall jewelry. And if you need some inspiration for that, if it's too hot outside for you right now, if you are ready to transition into your fall jewelry making, I've got you covered, because I've got everything, well, not everything, but I've got a lot of the things that you're going to need to create some amazing fall jewelry. And listen, any of the things that you see in today's show are always going to be things that you're going to be able to use in other ways. So if fall jewelry is not your thing, this is still a great opportunity to stock up on some really beautiful color palettes, because I've got beads. It is also a great opportunity to stock up on some really cool components, because I have those as well, and you can use those interchangeably throughout the entire year. Now, I'm calling this a fall favorite show, but listen, there are some yellows and some oranges in the show that are going to be great any time of year. So maybe fall jewelry is not your thing. I still hope to inspire you one way or another. All right, Susie is here. S Barb Girl is in the house. Debbie is here. Nicole, Bonnie, Lisa. Hello to all of you. I hope that everybody is staying cool. We have some heat index issues going on at the moment where we are. And so I hope that wherever you are staying cool, and hopefully this fall palette is going to keep your brain cool. That is so lame. That's okay. It's okay. It's all right. All right. I'm going to turn you around. You guys keep the conversation going. All right. Speaking of keeping that conversation going as I'm turning you around, if you will be sure that you are joining the Serious Art Beaters Facebook group. That is a great way to continue the conversation from the comment section here in the lives over to Facebook, where you can continue to talk with each other and inspire each other and show each other what you're doing with all of your art beads, right? It's a great place to find inspiration. All right, guys. So Teresa says, same here in Ohio. It's hot everywhere. It's hot everywhere. All right, let's get this going. I've got beads. We're going to start with bead strands. I've got lots of check glass beads. I've got some gemstone strands I'm going to show you, a couple little seed beads, and then we'll get into all of the extras. But I do want to start out with some gorgeous check glass, and I've got plenty of that. This is 10 millimeter check glass beads in this luster rose gold topaz. One of my favorite colors that I've used a lot here recently is a topaz color, and you're going to see a lot of that in the show actually. But it's one of my very favorite kind of fall go-tos. This is a little bit different than just a straightforward topaz. First of all, this is a 10 millimeter bead, so it's quite substantial. There's a lot of bead to work with here. This is going to be a great focal bead, standalone, or if you mix this with even chunkier beads, this could be a nice little spacer. But this has got a lot of different colors going on here. It has that beautiful topaz, but as you can tell, this is also a pink bead. So it kind of checks both boxes. You've got the coppery, like honey color of topaz, but you also have that rosiness of the rose gold, which is really, really beautiful. So you're going to be able to mix this with a lot of things, which I think is really quite lovely. I think this is going to look really good with copper. It's also going to work really well with gold color as well, or rose gold, right? As far as like metals are concerned, using, I'm sorry, not using, but in the fall, using different kinds of metals is one of my favorite things to do. I tend to be a silver kind of person. I'm going to bring in another bead to go with this one, which I think is a nice little compliment to this, but I am a silver kind of person when it comes to jewelry making, but the fall is a wonderful opportunity to mix your metals. Look at these. These are so pretty. This is a check glass 6 millimeter saturated metallic. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous copper bead, right? Now, can you imagine that with some copper metals or rose gold? I think that would be really pretty. Or if you wanted to get a little moody, what about hematite? Like that dark gunmetal gray color, I think would be really kind of cool too. So you can mix all of your metals with all of these beautiful beads. But as I was saying, this is a great opportunity to really kind of play with metal, because I don't think there is just one standalone metal that says fall, right? I think it's a great opportunity to use some of the darker ones like the hematite colors, or some of the antique silvers that are a little bit deeper in tone. And all of these are going to look really cool with those metals if you can imagine changing it up a little bit, right? Getting outside of your comfort zone. All right, let's bring in some more. I've got some really beautiful things here. So I set everything out and I thought I had a good handle on what I wanted, but now I can't decide because it's all so beautiful. So this is a different size for you here. This is some 4mm sunflower yellow Picasso round beads. These might be my favorite beads in the show. I love everything about these. Check out all of the color that is going on here. Those are so much fun. You're going to be able to mix these with purples and with blues and greens and teals, as well as all of your other neutrals. It's a really fun bead, right? And they all go together quite well. Look at these two together. This is a great little spacer bead. Or if you were going to use some seed beads, I've got some great seed beads coming up here in a little bit that are going to look amazing with this. So I'll have to grab this one again, but I love that color palette. It's so pretty. What an inspiring bead, right? You could create so many different things with that. Let me try to lift you guys up a little bit. I feel like I don't have a whole lot of room here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to set these up here. Just kind of move along. So I don't want to set them too far away because I want us to be able to kind of come back to these when we're looking at some other things. So we're just going to kind of set those out of the way, but not too far away. All right. Now, speaking of rose gold, this is very rose goldy in my opinion. This is a 4mm check fire polish bead, and it's not rose gold in the coppery sense. This is more rose gold in the purple sense, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It does to me. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to metal findings, there's a lot of variation in rose gold as well as copper. Copper can be on the pink side, copper can be on the brown side. Rose gold is the same way. It can be on the pink side or it can be on the purple side, and also kind of on the coppery side, which, you know, this kind of falls in that weird mauve category, but would still look beautiful with some of the pinky rose golds, but also works with the purples and the mauves that are in this Picasso bead. So pretty. So if you want to carry your pinks through the fall and the winter, this is a great color for that. And you can't go wrong with a check fire polish, right? Those are always nice to have on hand. I like to stock up on these so that I have plenty, because it's a great bead for a standalone, you know, as a focal, or a great spacer bead, particularly in this size, because it's really kind of versatile. So all right, moving on to the next. I got a lot more, you guys. This is another beautiful, beautiful bead. This is an 8mm opaque red Picasso round. I love an 8mm bead. It's a great size. 6mm and 8mm are the sizes that I grab for the most. And this just looks like a fall forest, right? With the pops of red and the greens, the blue greens that are in there. Some brown and tan. What a beautiful bead. I love that. Let's see what else would look good with that. That's beautiful. That with some like antique copper chain. Ooh, that'd be really pretty. This would also work as a holiday bead as well, because there's so much green and red in this. It's really pretty. All right, moving on, moving on. All right, guys, I've got another sunflower strand for you guys. So this is a 4mm fire polish in that same sunflower, that Picasso. So you can see the difference here. This one is just the round. This one is the fire polish. The fire polish has a little bit more yellow in it, to me, more of like a sunflower yellow, whereas this one, the yellow in this one is more on the orange side. But a beautiful bead. You're going to be able to use this one with greens and grays and blacks. Really pretty. You could also mix this one with blues and purples. As you look at that and you look at all the different colors that are included in this one, it definitely has that purple and blue in it as well. I think this would look really good with like some deep navy blue. It'd be really pretty. Yellow is kind of hard to work with. I think a lot of people shy away from yellow, but when you've got a yellow bead like this that has so many other colors mixed with it, I think it's a little bit easier to use, a little less intimidating of a bead. So pretty. All right, all right. Another fire polish favorite of mine. Now this one, I've been playing around with it, so I accidentally pulled it off of the strand. So you're just going to see this one in my hand. This is a fire polish two-tone. This one is orange and yellow, which, if you ask me, is more of a red than an orange. But what a fiery little bead. Those are so pretty. Oh, I love that. Just go ahead and take it off of the strand so that we can actually look at it, because I've got a couple of other beads that are going to work really well with that one. So pretty. All right, how about mixing this with some 9mm orange opaline Picasso beads? Those are perfect together. And these are so fun. I love the Picasso finish, if you haven't figured that out already. It's just such a cool accent to a bead. So this one has that beautiful orange straight through the center, and the Picasso effect is at the top at the bottom. So it looks like it already has its own little bead cap on the top and the bottom because of that finish. So pretty. And what a beautiful orange. This is going to look really good with like your carnelians. It's also going to look really good with like your deep, deep garnet reds. Such a pretty one, but it also looks great with these fire polish as well. So pretty. Susie says, so pretty. I agree. Katie says, I like that. Me too. Another orange bead for you guys. These little 8mm. I call these Saturn beads. I don't know that that's exactly what they are, but that's exactly what they look like to me. They look like little planets. This is a cool one because it's that beautiful orange. This has got that orange belt like these, but then it also has that copper top and bottom to it. The shape is really cool. It's a great way to add some texture and dimension to your designs, not only visually, but physically as well. It's really a pretty bead. Love that. What's this look like with some of the other things that we have? Ooh, that looks good together. I like that a lot. So I'm seeing like a ton of different design ideas here. Definitely looking at some bracelets. I like just straight stringing. I mean, I like to get crazy with all of the wire wrapping and stuff, but sometimes when I have beautiful color palettes, the best thing to do is just to string these up. And these you can mix and match with each other because a lot of these are going to work really well together, or you can just string these up and like pop a seed bead in between them and you've got a beautiful design. Right? It doesn't have to be crazy. Put a little seed bead in between there. Put these on some stretch cord if you want to. So pretty. So pretty. All right. I've got a couple more check glass options for you. So I do love a good flower bead. So I've got some lilies in this beautiful red color. Has a really nice gold wash to it. Now the gold wash on this is going to be the kind of gold that you're going to be able to use with a lot of different things. I'm thinking antique brass would be a really nice complement metal wise to this one, because the gold is not like an in-your-face yellow gold. It most definitely is kind of a subdued antique color. So pretty. Oh, I'm loving that. That is a really pretty combination. This is a beautiful combination. Oh, I love that. Look how pretty. That looks great together. What a beautiful bracelet that would be. Right? And you guys have seen me create dangles with these. I'm thinking maybe a necklace with maybe, I don't know, some sort of vintage metal, and then you could make these as the little dangles. Things are getting a little crazy up here. Let's move some of this out of the way. I think that would be really, really pretty to have these as the little dangles. You can make earrings out of these. Just do a beautiful bracelet and maybe have a couple of these hanging from it as dangles and a matching pair of earrings, and you've got instant gratification jewelry right there. So pretty. What a beautiful combination. These are so nice though. I really, really love those. All right, couple of others, and then we're going to move on to some Dakota stones, because who doesn't love Dakota stones? All right, I couldn't not include some table cut teardrops because they're absolutely beautiful. And I feel like yellow is one of those, as I mentioned, people don't particularly love yellow. because it can be kind of scary. But a teardrop, and this with that, again, that Picasso finish to it, gives you an opportunity to mix this with other things without being scared. You can see the Picasso finish has the blues and the grays. There are some hints of purple there, so that gives you a little bit of inspiration as to what you can mix these with. Plus the fact that they have that gorgeous table cut finish on them, so they are nice and shiny. Right on top, these would make beautiful briolette style earrings, or you could use these as a pendant individually, or little dangles. Oh, those are so pretty. Let's see, what if we mix this with one of these strands? That would be really pretty together. Look at the other one. Either one of those. See how that Picasso mimics the same Picasso in these sunflower beads? Like, they were made to go together. So there's a design inspiration immediately right there. You don't have to even think about that, right? And you don't have to look at the teardrop that has that brio cut and be intimidated by that either. Just string it up and put some of these beautiful beads on either side. You don't have to wire wrap. You don't have to do anything crazy to use a teardrop bead like that. Now, we definitely have lots of projects that are available where you can learn how to wire wrap these like that if you wanted to, but there's no reason why you couldn't just string these up. Maybe put 3 of them. Imagine these 3 are not there. Those 3, pop some of these beautiful beads in between there on a piece of bead stringing wire and crimp, and you're done. You've got a really beautiful fall necklace that's easy to wear. Throw it on with just about anything. So yellow doesn't have to be scary, guys, especially this time of year, because it's everywhere. The leaves are about to start changing. You're going to be seeing more of that yellow. So it's a great time to start incorporating it into your jewelry making for sure. So pretty. All right, let's see. I've got a golem style bead for you because why not? I wish I had a whole handful of these, quite honestly. So who says pink can't be a fall color, right? I think we've kind of already proved that with the fire polish that we had that were in this really kind of beautiful mauve color. And it just so happens that these go together really, really well. So if you loved the fire polish and weren't sure what you were going to do with them, let this be a little inspiration to you. So the golem style bead here is in a beautiful pink with a dark pink that would almost be almost purple, but not quite, right? You could mix this with beautiful browns and with other pinks or purples. And I think that would make a beautiful fall design, right? Add some brown to that. You can wear pink any old time. I love it. So pretty. All right, let's move on to some Dakota stones, because I wanted to be sure that I was giving love to all of the brands that I love. And you're going to see a lot of my favorite brands in today's show, but Dakota stones is definitely on the top of the list of things that I absolutely love. I've got some I never can say this right. This is ocean jasper. Okay, I'm just going to stick with that. This is ocean jasper. And again, a color palette that just screams fall to me. However, you can definitely use these in some more boho style designs that are still summery. If you want to squeeze out the last remaining drops of the summer, you definitely could make some beach style designs with this, but I'm seeing fall foliage here for sure. The greens are nice and deep, so we're not getting completely away from the greens. There are some pops of like lime green in this as well, but this could work with browns, could work with oranges, again with purples, which is kind of an odd color choice for a fall, but I'm seeing more and more that purple has some versatility when it comes to fall color palettes. There's some colors in here that are not quite brown, they're almost purple. So really, really beautiful. Oh, I love that. I wonder what that would look like with this. Yep. Yes, please. Can we just make a multi-strand, just straight stringing? Can we do a 2-strand bracelet, put that on stretch cord? I'm good with that. How pretty is that? I love it. I love that. So nice. That's really pretty. All right, moving on. I'm trying not to spend too much time on one thing because I have so many things in the show and I want to be sure that we get through all of them. This is apple jasper in a beautiful faceted rondelle. What a beautiful red for the fall and the winter. Love that. Now, on the website, you can actually get this this apple jasper in a round bead as well. I think it comes in a couple of different sizes, but I thought the rondelles were really interesting. I love the facet on them. They look amazing all by themselves, but you could put other beads with these, obviously, to make a really cool design. I just love the facet. I think those are really, really neat. And again, it's another one of those beautiful strands that you could just restring onto some stretch cord or your bead stringing wire and add some clasps and jump rings to it, some findings, just simple findings, right? Keep it easy and you've got a beautiful piece of jewelry already ready for you. So if you are looking towards the gift giving season and you're trying to think of some easy instant gratification pieces, a great way to do that and to handle that quickly is just to restring some of your favorite strands onto your other stringing materials. That's really easy and makes beautiful jewelry. So pretty. All right, last but not least of my gemstones, I have some yellow Mukkite. Now, everybody knows I love Mukkite, and I will not moo at you, though I have been known to do so when I talk about the Mukkite. But I love this one because this is just the yellow, and it is not an in-your-face, bright, crazy, like, you know, crayon yellow. This is a yellow that falls into the tan category, right? This is an earthy yellow that you're going to be able to mix with a whole lot of other things and shouldn't be a scary one to work with, right? You're going to be able to mix this with so many different neutrals. It's just really, really a lovely bead. Plus, who doesn't love a good Mukkite, right? I'm trying so hard not to moo right now. You have no idea. But yeah, I do love Mukkite. It's an absolutely beautiful bead. You can mix this with maroons, which is absolutely stunning. You can mix this with some eggplant purples for some crazy color combinations, or you can keep this pretty straightforward and just mix it with other neutrals. Though I do like to get a little crazy with my Mukkite. So pretty. Everybody else is mooing for me. See, that's great. I don't even have to moo. You guys will just take care of all of that for me, and that makes me happy. But look, you can mix this with this apple jasper. How pretty is that? Ooh, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, now I have some seed beads. I normally don't include seed beads in things, but when I saw this little mix, I knew that I had to because what a perfect fall mix this is. So this is a little designer palette of Toho seed beads in size 11. And this has all of the yumminess that I was talking about. There is some purple in here. There is this beautiful kind of gold, but it's not an in-your-face gold. This is a very soft gold. There's the red and then some beautiful green. This is a whole little set. So these are not individual. This is a little set that would make beautiful projects. So if you are a seed beater, I'm sure that your wheels are already turning. You're coming up with a ton of possibilities for designs, but you can also use these as spacer beads. So thinking back to like the purple here, or not the purple, I'm sorry, the Mukkite, you could use the purple as the spacer bead, or you could use this gorgeous red as the spacer bead. And now you have a really fun fall color combination, right? You could even use the green with that, which I think is magical. That is so pretty. So pretty. So these seed beads are going to work a lot of these. Mixing that with those round Picassos, that's really pretty. What else would these look good with? It's like all of the beautiful colors here in the ocean jasper. So I love that. I love that you can get these in a little mix. So for those of you who are seed beaters, it's a great little mix. For those of you who are not, it's a wonderful little selection of spacers that are in absolutely beautiful colors. Plus, you guys know Toho beads, the quality is just like through the roof. So these are really beautiful. And I love the gold here because it's so soft, right? It's not a crazy bright gold. It's a very subdued, so pretty. Oh, Susie says green and gold football season start. I know football season's coming. I'm so excited. That's a pretty little combination right there. There's a little Christmas combo for you if you need a little Christmas inspiration. So beautiful little color palette here. Love that. Love that. All right, so let me check my messages here because it looks like I got a message from Eric. I absolutely did get a message from Eric. Hang on, y'all. He's given me a trivia question for you guys for a giveaway. I'm going to hold that right there though, because I'm not quite ready for that, but that's a good little teaser. There is going to be a giveaway. There will be a giveaway. All right, I've got two more things that fall in the bead category, and then we're going to kind of change gears a little bit. Now, I have to show you these as more than just one. So understand that when you are going to buy these, you probably want to buy a bunch of these, okay? Because I'm thinking of some really fun designs with these. These are lucite maple leaves, and I've got these in two different colors. First of all, this color is for all of you. I know I've said this a lot. This is a yellow for those of you who are afraid of yellow, because this is so pale and so beautiful. So this is autumn gold topaz. And then I also have these in a dark ruby color. I love leaves, which is probably why I like fall, but I love leaf beads in general, whether they are drilled through the front, whether they are drilled up and down. It makes absolutely no difference. It's one of my favorite shapes, no matter how it is drilled. And these little lucite ones are super cool because they're very, very lightweight. So you can really load an entire design up with these, and it's not going to be very heavy. Now, one of the things that I was thinking about with these in particular was creating I'm actually going to get my notebook out. I'm going to draw a picture. Those of you who are in my one of my other Facebook groups, you guys know sometimes when I get my notebook out and I start drawing things, it can get a little crazy, but I promise to keep this to make this make sense. All right, so what I was thinking, right, was I'm thinking like traditional necklace, hardware somewhere back here, right? But I'm thinking of doing like almost like a pretend lariat. It's not really a lariat, but it still has that whole look, which you could absolutely put some sort of something here if you wanted it to be an actual lariat. But I'm thinking about this whole little section, just filling it up with these leaves. I'm thinking maybe doing chain, right? And then just putting all of these onto jump rings and just filling the chain up with this. How beautiful would that be? Oh, I love it. Maybe going up one side, right? If we were doing a project today, this is the project we would be doing. I'm just saying, because that is exactly what I want to do with these beads, right? I cannot not think of this design with these. And the cool part is that when you check out the website, the lucite leaves actually come in a couple of different colors. Now, I picked the two that I thought were the best for fall, because I do love the pale yellow and the red together. But you could do it in greens if you wanted to. What about the Mukkite? Forget chain. What about just beating up the rest of it in this gorgeous Mukkite? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Or doing like a cha-cha style. I'll take my notebook away. Doing a cha-cha style bracelet with all of these gorgeous leaves, just taking chain and just filling it up. Full, absolutely full, and then maybe doing a bracelet next to it in the Mukkite. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm so inspired by fall colors. I really, really am. So that's why I was so excited to get to do this show for you guys. All right, what's going on in the comments here? Let's roll back a little bit. Holly says she can't believe she made a live. I'm so glad you're here, Holly. Wanda's apologizing for Nicole, who is unsupervised currently. I think we're all sorry for that, because the shenanigans will happen. Will will happen. Oh, the puns are strong with S Barb Girl. Sara can't leaf fall alone. I know. I can't. All right. So Wanda has a question. This is a good one. So she says, is there a difference between lucite leaves and resin beads? Or resin leaves? There actually is a little bit of a difference, and I don't really know what the technicalities are, but I can tell you that as far as the weight is concerned, that's the true testament to these. Most of the time when I pick up resin or I pick up lucite, I can tell the lucite is always lighter weight. I'm not sure if that has to do with how they are manufactured, but overall it is a very light weight, whereas resin tends to have a little bit extra weight to it. I'm not sure what the science is behind that, but there is a scientific reason, obviously, of the weight difference in them. So yeah, there absolutely is a difference, but they do both fall into the category of, and I hate to say it out loud, but it's true, they fall in the category of plastic. Now, when you say plastic to people gasp and recoil. But I gotta tell you, it is not like junky plastic. It's just not. The quality of both resin and lucite is jewelry quality. We're not talking about like gumball machine plastic here. We're talking about really good quality, sturdy. So even though this is really lightweight, it's very durable, and you're going to be able to pair this with a lot of things. And I think that it's probably a cost thing manufacturally. I would imagine that making leaves is probably something that is difficult to do. So being able to do it in lucite makes it affordable for everybody. So please don't shy away from these just because I said the P word, guys. I promise the quality is there. All right, so moving on to the next. All right, so now we're going to change things up a little bit. So keep in mind all of the beautiful beads that I've already shown you. And now let's think about things that we can mix with those, shall we? All right, so I only have one of these beautiful silks in the show, but there are so many of these available on the website in different colors, but I picked the one that I thought was the most beautiful for fall. So this is a hand-dyed Harvest Festival orange and burgundy and khaki colored silk. For those of you who love textile designs, these hand-dyed silks are so nice. They're so beautiful. The color palette here is going to work for fall, but it's also going to work for the holidays as well. But how beautiful is this? I love using ribbon for the length of a design. You can also take this and you can wrap it around bangles. You can make earrings designs with these. You can use this as length, or you can just make it a bracelet all on its own and just pop a couple of focal beads on it. If you want to, you can make like a multi-strand ribbon bracelet and hang a beautiful focal from it if you wanted to. But the color palette here is what really got me. So pretty, and it really looks good with these seed beads. Look at that. Oh, it's like they were made to be together. So pretty. Wanda says lucite equals a pre-holiday eating leaf. Yep, and resin equals a post-holiday eating leaf. Got it. I love how scientific we are here. Love that we are so scientific. That's wonderful. It's perfect. All right, so that is the one and only in the show. But as I mentioned, guys, these are available on the website in other colors. So if you love textile designs, if you love to add ribbon to your designs, there are so many different ones to choose from. I just thought this was a nice one to add. So love that color palette. All right, now, if you're looking for that same look, right? We were talking about that kind of lariat shape of a necklace filled up with those leaves. What if you wanted that in chain? I've got you covered in two different color options here. So I have antique brass plated leaf chain So pretty. It looks just like the necklace we were just talking about, only on a smaller scale. Now this is really cool because you can cut small sections of this for little cha-cha elements in your designs. Doesn't have to be the whole thing, though I think it would be an amazing necklace all by itself. But I like to take this stuff and just use little small sections of it. So I may do like a little small section of this little leafy chain in a bracelet, or maybe a short little section of this in the front of a necklace, just to give it something a little extra. So I've got it in the antique brass, but I also have this in the antique silver, which is also beautiful. Now remember, I was talking about the antique silver is a really good option for fall because it is on the darker side of silver, right? This is going to look really good with your blacks and your grays. It's also going to pair really well with your gunmetal colors, the hematite colors of metal. So this will be a really fun one to like mix and match with other things. If you're still a die-hard silver person, this is a great way to kind of darken it up a little bit and give it a little extra moodiness to your silver for the fall, and still get away with doing your silver. But either one of these is really, really beautiful. And again, you can use these in small sections if you want to, or you can use really long sections. You can add beads to these. They look beautiful all by themselves. Cut little small sections and pop an ear wire on it, and you've got an instant little dangle earring for fall. Maybe put a bead at the bottom of it just to give it a little pop of color if you wanted to. But I think they're really cool all by themselves. So a couple of different color choices in that really cool chain. All right, moving on. Okay, so I've kind of put this into brand category for the most part, not completely, but I did try to keep like things together. So we're going to start out with a couple of nun design pieces that I pulled for you guys that I thought were really beautiful. I love nun design, wonderful quality, and always just really beautiful stuff. So I have an antique copper plated pewter alder tree pendant. So pretty. So pretty. And it's double-sided, so it doesn't matter which direction it hangs, you're going to get that beautiful leaf. And look at the detail on that. It's like a leaf was just set right down on there, you know? But it's that beautiful pendant. I love that. And then if this is a little big for you, or if you want to mix your metals together, right? Maybe make this your focal and then have some other things. I've got an antique gold-plated small berry leaf. I thought this was really beautiful. This would make a nice little charm right next to the clasp of a bracelet. Or like I said, if you wanted to mix your metals together, you could have your larger one here and then maybe a smaller one off to the side. You could even get a little crazy and mix in some of this cha-cha leaf chain too, if you wanted to, which would be really fun. The mixed metals for fall, I think, guys, this is a great opportunity to really kind of play around with that and experiment and see what you can come up with. But either one of these are really beautiful. So you've got one big enough to be a pendant and one small enough to just be a little accent charm. You could do two of these with a really beautiful ear wire to make some sweet little simple earrings for fall. You could do these as earrings as well. They're just a little bit bigger. You can ask Wanda. I'm all about a great big huge earring, so I wouldn't shy away from that as an earring at all. But really beautiful, wonderful detail with both of these little nun design options. All right, moving on to the next. All right, so I have some Anna bronze, or rather Anna bronze. So Anna bronze is actually from Russia. What is the name of the town where Anna bronze is from? And I probably will end up saying it wrong, even if I can remember. Kunger. I'm probably saying, and I'm definitely not using a Russian accent, but that is where Anna bronze is, where they are located, and they pick a lot of their design choices based on the inspiration of nature that's around them. So I picked 3 of these that I thought were perfect for fall. So there is a large acorn pendant, which is absolutely beautiful. Don't want to put that one down on the mat. I want you to see all of that beautiful texture here because it is so pretty. I love anything from Anna bronze. I really, really do. So any of these that I have in the show would be a beautiful choice. This would look good on a piece of chain all by itself and just call it done, instant gratification. Though I do think this would make a wonderful charm accent to anything else. So pretty. So there's that one. Then I have a small oak leaf pendant, which is just beautiful as well. So pretty, both sides. It's gorgeous. And then last but not least is a little combination. So this one is an acorn and a branch with a leaf on it. Well, two leaves actually. So pretty. And you can see even on the back. So no matter how these flip around on you when you're wearing them, they're beautiful from any direction, all the way around. So pretty. Any of those would be a beautiful little accent to any of your fall designs. Really lovely. Ooh, Michelle says there are patina versions of these too. I love that too. Yeah, so if you're a little intimidated by the metal, having the patina gives you a color kind of jumping off point, which is really cool. So definitely want to check those out as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Are they heavy? No, they're not. They're actually really lightweight. These would be great for earrings. They're not heavy at all. Now, I will say the acorn, the single acorn is a little on the heavier side. These two, though, not heavy at all. Not heavy at all. This is a little weighty. This one might be a little heavy for an earring, but either one of these are going to be fine for sure. I need to plug us in because looks like my battery is getting a little low and I don't want to lose you guys. All right, so we're all plugged in and ready to go. All right, moving on to the next. All right, now I have a little sterling silver. This one is kind of a standalone. I don't have anything else in this little category, but I couldn't not include this because how sweet and beautiful this one is. So it's a little squirrel on a branch. This with a very simple sterling silver chain is instant gratification jewelry at its absolute finest. How beautiful of a gift this would make. Now, if you wanted to hang something from this, you absolutely could, though I think it's beautiful all on its own. And you definitely don't have to do this with just chain. You can bead around this and make this whatever you want to. But if you're thinking of simple gifts, this is a great one. If you've got somebody who's got a fall birthday coming up, this with some sterling silver chain is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. There's not a lot of fuss, but it's still handmade and it's beautiful. Or you can hang a couple of little bicones in the colors. You could wire wrap onto this if you wanted to. It's so pretty. So, so pretty. Nancy says it's adorable. I agree. I love that. I love that. All right, let's see. Got a few more things to show you guys, and then we're going to wrap up. I am going to do the giveaway here in just a second. So I couldn't do a show without including a Gardan piece, because you guys know how much I love Anne of Gardan and all of her gorgeous enamel. She has several to choose from that would be perfect, for fall, but I picked one of my favorites. It's really hard to do because there's so many of them that I absolutely love, but I loved this one in this beautiful yellow and brown color combination here. This is a golden autumn enameled small oak leaf. So pretty. So, so pretty. Actually saw Anne a little earlier today on a different live. She was hanging around and saying, hey, I'm always happy to support all of the amazing small businesses. And guys, I don't know if you know it or not, but like Anna Bronze and Nun Design and Anne of Gardan, these are all small businesses. These are not great big huge box stores. These are I shouldn't say local. They're not local, but they are artisans that are running family owned, a lot of times, businesses. And I love that Art Beads gives us the opportunity to support those kinds of creators. it is really important way to continue to build this amazing community that we have, and to show our love and support to the amazing artists that are putting these kinds of things together. So it's always a pleasure to get to show things like this off. Plus, I had the opportunity to talk with Anne. You guys saw that when we were together at Bead Fest, and to get kind of a better understanding of enamel and how it is that she got into the business, which, I mean, I love to be able to support that. Plus the fact that it's just gorgeous, right? All of her pieces are just stunning. I feel the same way about her as I do Nun Design and the Anna Bronze. Those are just beautiful little works of art, each and every one of them. So I couldn't not include her in our show. Though be sure you're checking out the website, because there are other of her pieces as well as Nun Design and Anna Bronze on the website as well. All right. Moving on to another one of our small business owners that's an absolutely incredible talent. We're talking Damana. There's a reason why I keep these items out of my shows, and that's because I don't want to butcher their name. But I have two of these gorgeous Damana Studio pieces that are so pretty, and there are a lot of these to choose from on the website, but I picked two of my favorites. Look how pretty. This one is Autumn, or Golden Autumn. That's what this one is called. Now these are hand painted, guys. These are little tiny works of ceramic art. Look how beautiful. So there's that one, and then I have this one that is a poppy design, which I thought was also a great choice for fall because of that brilliant red that's in there. Either one of those would make a beautiful pendant for you to bead around. So pretty. I love them. Love them so, so much. And they're each one of them, like I said, is just a little work of art. Quite lovely. All right, moving on. We've got a couple more things. Let's do a little giveaway. So we'll do a giveaway right before I get into all of the little charms that I have. But before we get there, I have some Tiara Cast, some Vintage, and some JBB to show you. So let's start out with the Tiara Cast. It's always a crowd favorite. I have a feather charm, and excuse me. Now, feathers are not limited just to the fall, but I do think that they are a nice addition to fall, particularly in this beautiful antique brass color. So pretty. It's going to look really good with any of the colors that you want to use, or you can use these for some boho designs. Mix this with some turquoise. It's going to be absolutely stunning. Or if you are looking for something more traditionally fall, how about a little leaf? I've got a brass oxide heart leaf charm. I love these as earrings. Either one of these actually as earrings are fantastic. But pop one little bead or two little beads to hang in front here and an ear wire, and you're done. You've got some fall earrings that are easy to wear and that are going to go with just about everything. The same with the feather. You want to add a little bead to the top of that and an ear wire. Call it done. Like, you don't have to get crazy, and you get to show off some of your very favorites. And I know Tiara Cast is always going to be a favorite. Always going to be a favorite. I love the detail in these two, and they're both double-sided, so I would expect nothing less. Just beautiful. All right. I've got Vintage. I've got two beautiful Vintage pieces here. I've got an artisan copper leaf pendant. Now this one's a little on the big side. And then I've got one that's a little bit smaller. This one is more of an oak leaf, a little bit, whoops, I've got it upside down too. A little bit smaller. These are so much fun because you can put patina paints on these. You can layer these with other pieces. They're nice and lightweight, so you can really get creative with these. You could even kind of use like your bracelet bending pliers if you wanted to give these a slight curve, so you can change these up a little bit. and make some really, really beautiful designs. I love all of the vintage pieces because I'm always inspired to think outside of my creative box when I look at vintage and all of the possibilities. I actually have a vintage show coming up towards the end of September. So if you're looking for some vintage inspiration, I've got you covered. Because it is one of the brands that I love to work with because of that. They really kind of stretch my creativity, and what beautiful pieces to use in your fall designs. So there's a large one. This one's a little bit smaller. There are even smaller pieces that you can choose from on the website, but I couldn't not include vintage because when it comes to metal pieces, they really have some of the coolest, absolute coolest pieces. Love those. They're lightweight and fun to work with for sure. Either one of those would make a cool pendant. All right, I've got 2 clasps, then a giveaway, and then some charms. We'll finish this out with some whimsical little designs, but before we do that, let's take a look at the JBB toggles. I've got them in 2 different colors. So I have this one in antique silver, and then I have this one in the copper plate. Now, I've made a promise to you guys going forward that I would try to be a little bit more creative in my clasp choices, right? And I have no excuses. I've done a personal shopper show about clasps. I have shown you several gorgeous ones outside of that show, and this is no exception. These are absolutely beautiful. They are leaves, so they're perfect for fall, though I think they would be beautiful in any design. It doesn't just have to be a fall design, but I'm sticking to my word when it comes to picking something other than just a lobster clasp. Now, there's nothing wrong with a good old lobster clasp, but I promise to do better. And what a great place to start than with these JBB toggles. They're so pretty. Either one of these is going to be a wonderful choice for your little fall designs. And I love the silver because for my silver people out there, you know who you are, who refuse to use anything but silver, you can still have a nice little fall accent. And it doesn't have to be a lobster clasp. All right, I'm going to sit these down right here just so that you're not just looking at empty space while I pick this up and read the question that Eric has texted me for the giveaway. Now, I would like to claim the fame to this question, but I'll be 100% honest with you. I was so busy with other things that coming up with a question kind of fell on him. So this is what our trivia question is going to be. Okay. So give me a second. I'm going to read it to myself first. Oh, okay. He's always so smart. All right. You ready for the trivia question? All right. Get ready. You're going to get a lovely prize from this. Okay. Get ready. He says, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. Come on now. Okay. Eric is really smart, but he's also really bad at taking compliments. Like, really bad. I'm going to need you to do better, boss, please. Took me a long time to learn to do that. I'm going to teach you how to do that as well. All right, here we go. Since it's been in the news, okay, this has been in the news, and for those of you who've been following the news, you'll know, okay, this is a 2-part question. What beverage signals fall? And, okay, you got to get both parts of this. This is not just because I think everybody can get that part. But what year did Starbucks debut it? So, what beverage signals fall, and in what year did this debut from Starbucks? And this is such a great pop culture question because I feel like universally it really does kind of mark the beginning of fall. Though I've noticed that every year they start to release this one a little earlier and earlier. Y'all are cheating. Cheaters. I'm just kidding. How do y'all know that so fast? I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, there's a couple of different answers in here. A lot of different years coming up. I hope Michelle or Eric is keeping up, because I don't actually know what the real answer is. So I cannot pick who the winner is, which is probably a good thing. But I know what the drink is. I just don't know the year. So many answers coming in. Wow. I love it. I love it. Ooh, our winner is Martha. Martha was the first one with the right answer, pumpkin spice, in October 2003. And you know what? Like I mentioned, they are releasing that a little bit earlier and earlier. Before you know it, we're gonna be marking the beginning of fall in like July. I do love a good pumpkin spice latte. Yes, please. Yes, please. Now, there's somebody in this house. It's not Q. The other male member of my household here does not like pumpkin spice lattes. I'm like, what's wrong with you? How do you not like that? Congratulations, Martha. That is our trivia for today. All right, we're going to close this out with some little whimsical charms here. What better way to close out the show than with a little turkey tom? I got a little turkey tom for you guys. I saw this on the website. I was like, he has to be in the show. Look at him. Look at him. Now, let these last items in the show be a little gentle reminder to you that we don't take ourselves too seriously. And your jewelry doesn't have to take itself seriously either. Sometimes it's fun to just have fun with your jewelry making. So here's a little turkey tom for you. This is a hand-painted 3D Thanksgiving turkey. And I thought he was cute as a button, so I had to include him. Look at that sweet little turkey Tom. I don't know why I'm calling him Tom, but I have hereby declared that this turkey's name is Tom. So there you go. That's Tom. You can name yours whatever you want to, but this one's name is Tom. And he is going to be a part of something festive and fun. I don't know what, but it's going to be something. Probably a little charm on a bracelet, I would imagine. All right, now, if turkeys are not your cup of tea, how about a beautiful little butterfly in some fall colors, right? That's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I probably should have taken this one off of the packaging just so that it doesn't distract you. But this is a beautiful little enamel charm with some little crystal accents in orange and black. For those of you who love that color combination but don't want to full on do Halloween, this is a great little color combo to give a nod to Halloween without it being spooky, because it's a beautiful butterfly, and why not? So pretty. That's going to be a nice little accent to any fall design. Love that. So cute. Tom's part of the Macy's parade. Maybe that's that's why I have Turkey Tom on the brain. Makes so much sense. All right, now I have a sweet and petite Halloween charm, little cat face. These are just fun, whimsical additions to your designs, guys. We don't always have to make, you know, crazy gemstone pieces with pearls and stones and crystals, which we totally can, because that's the kind of jewelry I absolutely love. But I do like to kind of let my hair down a little when it comes to the holidays. So you're going to start to see these kinds of little things showing up in my jewelry designs around spooky season and around the holiday season. Because the Art Beads website has some really fun charms to choose from. So I picked a couple to end our show. That one's a cutie, little kitty cat pumpkin. I have some other little kitty cats. These are super cute, just little black kitties. These could be a sassy little addition to anything. It doesn't even have to be a spooky season design. Who doesn't love a good kitty cat design? They're so cute. This with some pearls and some crystals, that makes me all kinds of happy. It's giving me like 1950s kind of vibes. Love that. So the cats don't just have to be for spooky season. All right, last one. This one definitely has spooky season going on though. This is Turkey Tom's friend. This is our little witchy kitty. Now, my witchy kitty doesn't have a name like Tom does, but I feel like it needs one. How adorable is that? That's so cute. Look at her little witch hat. Oh, it could be a he. I don't know. Either one. Little hand-painted charm. It even has little, like, jack-o'-lanterns on its hat. It's so stinking cute. So, Turkey Tom and our little spooky kitty. I don't know what the kitty's name will be, but Salem. Tanya says Salem. Nicole says Witchy Boo. Boo Boo Kitty. Kevin Kitty. Kevin Kitty and Turkey Tom. Oh, I love it. There it is. That's what it is. It's Kevin Kitty and Turkey Tom. There we go. Kevin Kitty and Turkey Tom are going to close out the show for us today. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this one. I thought it was fun. Got a little sneak peek into the creative brain, and you guys got to see what some of my very favorite colors are to use this time of year, as well as what kinds of components I like to use, and then rounding it out with just a little sweetness, because that's just too cute. That's just too cute. All right, guys, I'm going to turn you around so that we can say our quick little see you laters. It's never goodbye. It's just a see you later. So, guys, don't forget to set your reminders for next week. Same time, same place. I'll be here with you guys with another fun show. I'll have a project ready for you guys. The month of September, it's coming. It is coming. It'll be here before the weekend is over. So we're going to change gears, right, into the fall designs, into September, making our way towards the holidays. So get ready, because this is a very busy time of year for jewelry makers, and I am hoping that I can keep you inspired, keep you smiling, and we can get through this busy season together, right? Don't forget to set your reminders for all of the other amazing Art Beads designers as well. You don't want to miss a single bit. So be sure that you're signing up for that newsletter on artbeads.com, as well as taking advantage of the Serious Art Beaders Facebook group. Those are some great ways to stay in the know of all of the things that are Art Beads related, so you don't miss anything, guys. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. Here in the States, it is a holiday weekend, so I hope that you enjoy your extra day off, guys. Find some time to go make something pretty. Order some of these amazing items so that you can also create some of the the most fun fall designs. Don't forget to close out your cart, though. That is super important, because what is in there now may not be there if you come back to it later. So you want to be sure that you are closing out those carts. I don't want you to miss out on Turkey Tom or Kevin Kitty. Kevin Kitty. That's so weird. All right, my friends. Go do wonderful things this weekend. Make something pretty. Post your pictures over on Serious Art Beaders on Facebook. And I will see you guys again next week. Same time, same place. Close out your carts. I know I already said it.